Hello, this is Brandon and Tawny. We're going to give you a presentation about Ontario Power Generation. We are the Outage Management Group. Specifically, the business is Darlington Nuclear Generating Station. Our proposal is to the Executive Board. Tom Mitchell, the President CEO, along with his VPs, will be there, or their respective delegates. Acronyms you might see throughout our presentation are millions of dollars, Ontario Power Generation, Radiation Protection Personnel Equipment, Vault Outage Manager, Authorized Nuclear Operator, Radiation Protection Assistant, and Frontline Manager. A couple definitions. An outage is a shutdown of a reactor to 0% power, and benchmarking is when we go to other stations and pick up procedures for improvements.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you for allowing me in to speak to the Executive Council today. My name is Tawny Trainer, and I'm from the Outage Management Group. Please take a moment to review your dockets. I'll be briefly going over some of the information of the proposal. This task has been driven from the release of the 2011 annual report, which has shown a decrease in our profits from previous years. This has been tied to our outage initiatives. You can see here the cost of our outages, which has been steadily increasing over past years and is projected to continue its increase. One of the major factors in this is the revenue lost. $1 million in revenue lost for each unit per outage day. Clearly, any improvements we make in this will be directly tied to our profitability. We're looking at breaking down this new project into 4 main areas: radiation safety, equipment reliability, new technologies, and worker training. Each of these 4 main areas can be directly associated to our production costs. Radiation safety, we know that the associated cost for each REM per worker is $500,000 per year. In equipment reliability, I think it's clear that any time we save between the maintenance programs and the longer times necessary between repairs would add to our improvements. As well, it is imperative that we stay invested in new technologies to stay competitive in this global market. Finally, when looking at worker training, workers that are better trained are more efficient and more productive. In each of these 4 areas, we're looking at several specific initiatives we'd like to investigate. We'd like to look at new shielding design, products, layouts, and mapping systems. We're looking at new initiatives and developments in RPPE, improvements for workers, doffing and donning. In the maintenance programs, we have investigated several sites throughout the world that have made marked improvements in their outage performance by improving their maintenance programs, specifically with the valve programs especially. Looking at MOX fuels, it has been investigated that our Darlington Nuclear Station could use a recycled fuel with very little changing in the infrastructure. As well, we'd like to investigate some new mechanical technologies and if their improvements would be efficient for our outage project, specifically looking at a mechanical arm for the boiler hatchway removal, as well as some new bridge layouts. When looking at remote tooling, we are looking at investigating tooling required for hot particle removal, as well as some of the tooling that IMS is using in their outage initiatives. As well, we'd like to investigate VR training for the workers. We think this would be an improvement to our mock-ups, as it would be more real life and still out of a radiation environment. We're proposing to construct a multidisciplinary team of 2 members from each of these groups: the operators, mechanical maintainers, engineers, VOMs, RPAs, A&Os, and then 2 FLNs to head up the group. Looking at our projected budget, we've earmarked $2.4 million for benchmarking, $17.6 million for product purchases, $5.3 million to be invested in our testing and analysis phase, and $1.7 million for outside consultant fees. Our total projected budget is $27 million for the project. Looking at our timeline, we would take until December of this year to protect our licensing and get our approvals. We're looking at the first 4 months of the next to our benchmarking and product research. We would like a full year to invest in the testing and analysis phase, and we would be prepared to present our analytical report at the June 2014 Executive Council meeting. When placed together with this outage initiatives, and as well the Darlington new build and the RE2 projects, we can project a marked increase in our profits. So please, gentlemen, review the facts and figures in your dockets and give us our approval for this project as quickly as possible. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.